Hello guys, my name is Sheldon, and this first video is about anxiety and depression. Starting in the kitchen, you know, our equipment's not the best, but it will get so much better. You know, we have to start somewhere. And the reason we want to go into anxiety and depression is simply because it is something that has risen tremendously in the past 10 years. And if this video can help you even 30% of the time, that would be great. I guarantee no matter what, in some way, if you watch this video, that you will be helped in some way. And I really appreciate it. So here's the video. Anxiety and depression is a warning sign something wrong is in your life, somewhere, and you may not even realize it. Let's move on. Society, sorry guys. Society, you, and your intake are the three biggest things that affect anxiety and depression. I'm about to tell you because you shouldn't have it. You shouldn't. And you're not chronically born with it either. I thought that too. And yes, I know anxiety and depression is something that you not only think of, you also feel. You feel a pit. I know what you feel. It's not something new. I've been through it. I feel like I've been through it 10 times over. That's why I understand it. Okay? So, society, you, and your intake. We'll start out with society. Okay, this is a huge one, not as big as you, but it is a huge one. So, society, you need to step back from it. Why? Because you probably wake up, you're on your phone all day, you watch TV, you're so surrounded by stimulus, influence, propaganda, so much to the point that it's kind of hard to realize certain things. Kind of hard to realize that you're subconsciously wanting to be like other people, wanting to act like other people, right? And this could possibly be creating some depression. I know some women and men who don't want to leave their room because they don't look like other people. I know some people who don't. Matter of fact, myself in the past. But guess what? That was the past. We're here in the present. Matter of fact, at this time, I'm probably in the future. No. But, you know, I have people that are scared to leave because they don't act a certain way, look a certain way. Beauty is an opinion. And the day that I became beautiful in so many ways, emotionally, physically, was when I went into the bathroom, looked at myself and said, Sheldon, they're wrong, you're beautiful. You know who you are, you know what you're capable of. Affirmations, do it. Go into the fucking bathroom and say what you feel about yourself. Negative, positive, and fix it, or ride with it. Don't let other people tell you what to do. Take all the perspectives in. Take as many perspectives in as you can and make it into one solid perspective, and that's you. Okay? But don't be so quick to pick, all right? We're going to go really quick also. You may be living your life wrong. I'm going to say right now that your religion may be wrong. I'm not saying it's not, but how could you follow a way of life without looking at other ways of life? That's like saying, okay, well, this bottle, this vitamin water right here, I was born with it. My parents told me it was the water to drink. Everybody said that this was the perfect water, so I'm going to live by this water. But I never tried blue, pink, red, green, orange. I never tried the other flavors of water. But my parents and everybody around me said that this is the water, so I'm going to stick with this. But I'm depressed. Maybe you're wrong. Have you ever thought that maybe the way that you live is wrong? Now we'll go into Sikhism, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, and we'll go into the religions later and explain these ways of life, right? But maybe you need to open up a little bit. Okay, so society is a huge one. Now you, okay? You can't be depressed because of something that happened, nor should you ever be depressed because of something you did, okay? That's the past. You gotta learn from it and move on. Whether you were sexually abused, because a lot have been, you'd be surprised. Whether you, and we'll have statistics in the description so you can see these things and you can relate to them. But, you know, if you were sexually abused, or you saw death, or you saw some tremendous event when you were young and it affected you, and you feel like because that happened, you can't get out of it. You're like stuck. Well, let me tell you, you're not really stuck. You're just saying you're stuck, and that's why you're stuck. Something bad happens to you, when you commit something horrible, may it affect you in the future, and you're scared that what you did will affect you in the future, oh, we know. Okay, it may affect you in the future, but you can't live like that. You can't go off of that. You have to learn from the past. The past is this way. The past is this way. But some people, they live their lives doing this. Look, ready? They're walking forward, but they're looking back. Walk forward and look forward. You're not going to see results instantly. You're not going to put your foot on the ladder and be at the top. You got to climb it. And people don't see results instantly, so they go back to the past. And the past is never going to work. That's the fucking past, man. You may have been happy in the past, and you want to run back to it, but I can tell you right now it won't be as good as it was the first time, because the first time is always the greatest. But you gotta keep having new first times and look forward and go forward. So society and you, that should not be depressing you, right? Intake, horrible. Look in my pantry and I see what my brothers eat. And this is funny because I'd say a lot eat, so I can't blame them. Sorry, Stevie. They wake up, Cocoa Pebbles, Eggo waffles for breakfast. Lunch, they go to school, have a hamburger, cookie chip. Okay? For dinner, what do they have? They have some vegetables. They probably get the most nutrients at their dinner. But only 50% of the dinners are good. The rest we went to Chick-fil-A. Which Chick-fil-A is not bad, but it's fast food and you cannot eat stuff like that. McDonald's, whatever, right? This diet, 360 days a year, is horrible. You're missing amino acids, you're missing, like I said, proteins, you're missing vitamins, minerals, it goes on. And let me tell you right now, you cannot build a house without having all the proper tools. If you have half the tools, you have half the house. You have the foundation, guess what? We're sleeping on the foundation tonight, boys. We're going to sleep here and we'll probably be settled. Because we had enough tools to create a foundation. No. If you up your tools, you make a more beautiful house. What does intake affect? Intake affects how you think, how you look, and how you act. And pretty much you. So, if what you eat affects how you look, if what you eat affects how you act, then why are you eating processes? And guess what processed foods increases, y'all? Cortisol. Guess what's behind anxiety, y'all? Cortisol. So maybe it's just your diet. Maybe it's as simple as your diet. I feel amazing because I ate amazingly today. And I spent the same amount of money as I would going to McDonald's. Intake, society, and you, right? These are things for depression, right? Anxiety. Get it out of your head and move on. The day you say you're not depressed, the day you say you're beautiful, stop hoping, wishing, do! Now! Time is the one thing people waste the most. The one thing I wasted the most. But now I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to do what I want to do. I want to clear other people's doubt. That reduces my anxiety. What reduces yours? Okay? My name is Sheldon, man. Yes, we have a boat horn. Why do we have a boat horn? Because it's loud. And it is fun. And it helped stabilize the video. For some reason it helped with the focusing. But hey guys, here's my buddy Val. He put so much work into the video as well. And here's a little quick outro.
Alright, so Sheldon went over the three factors that really cause depression and anxiety, which would be society, yourself, and what you intake. So when it comes to society, we have a lot of problems that are really something that you would never even think of doing to another person. Like certain things that human beings do to others that are just unspeakable. One of these things would be rape. So when it comes to rape, the female population, 15% of them has been affected by rape. They've actually been raped. Now, when it comes to rape cases or rape victims in general, 1 out of every 10 rape victims is male. So it's not something that only affects the female population, it is something that affects the whole population and the whole society. Another point that he was talking about was yourself. Now when it comes to yourself, there's honestly not too many things that you can say, I have this chronic ailment. Because a chronic ailment is either going to happen from an incident, so that's something like a traumatic event that's going to be like, I can't get over this, it's really pulling me down, and that's, depression, you're thinking about the past a lot. But when it comes to actual, debilitating incidents, like, for example, being born without any arms or legs, that's a birth defect. There's only 3% of the population is actually born with birth defects.
And it's honestly ridiculous. Because like he said, that 3% who is born with birth defects usually do some of the greatest things because they realize they have a problem and they say, well, how can I innovate this?
Yeah.
You know, you have people running with, you know, a robotic leg and they're doing amazing. You know, robotic leg or what is it?
They somehow like the spring blade.
Yeah, like
things.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, and they do these crazy things. And a lot of people, they even create problems. And it's ridiculous, but we'll go back. But yeah, 3%, that's the percentage of people who are actually born with birth defects.
Yeah. And the last point he was talking about was intake. This is something that like people really have to broaden their horizons on, because a drug, for example, is something that like people think of being smoked or being injected or something like that, and you really feel the effects, man.
You're badass.
Well, that's honestly not the only thing that a drug is. A drug honestly is anything that has a psychological effect on you, that you've ingested or you've just intaken by some manner, so whether it be smoking or whatever, topical creams, you know, whatever it is. But the thing is, this could be a food, this could be the lotion, the skin products you use, this could be the clothes you actually put on.
Anything that affects you.
Anything. Like, jeez.
Well,
you know, food is really your medicine. Like, flamingos are pink because they eat pink things. So...
Did it take a long time? Yes. But it's ridiculous what can affect you.
Yeah.
And this was the first video about anxiety and depression, and there will be so many videos, and we left so many openings. We're going to talk about religion. He's going to come up with an entire diet plan, financially stable, and we'll have diet. We'll have so much. I'm not even going to talk about it now. We'll get to it later.
And there's going to be sources for everything that we've said in the description below.
So feel free to check it out. He'll have the facts there.
And you can see even more information about all the stuff we've been talking about.